I woke up and went through the kitchen. Then guess what? A dark shadow was moving on the floor. I said, oh my god, oh no, my nightmare. Yes, it was real. Tens of ants. They were everywhere. Walking, marching, maybe talking to each other. Oh, did you see? Let's go there. There's a lot of sugar over there. I realized that 1 or 2 drops of orange juice were on the floor. And probably they smelled it. But how did they smell that orange juice from that far? And how did they find my honey bottle, which is in the cupboard? These kinds of questions made me search about ants. And I discovered 3 interesting things. First, after a short Google search, I found out that ants have an enormous smell capability with using their feelers to smell. Their feelers are amazing. They not only use them to carry and to touch, but they use them to find their direction and to smell. This last piece of the feeler helps an ant to smell its way back home. If it gets harmed, an ant can get lost or go through another nest, and it will be killed by the members of that nest. Because all the ant colonies have their own smell, have their own odor, they know exactly who is the stranger. Can you imagine? This tiny thing has many parts inside. After getting this information, I said to myself, okay, maybe I can break one of the feeler, and then it will go another nest, and then it will kill by the members of that nest. Then its friends will say, oh, did you see that crazy girl? She broke off our friend's antenna. Let's get out of here. And they will go away. But it is not enough to break their antenna. Because the other surprising fact about their smell sensation is that these 3 pieces comprehends the smell of the other ants' traits. So, even though you break one of their antennae, the others will follow these traces of scent and will arrive. This process is like that. A colony sends a trailblazer ant to find any food of source around. And if that trailblazer ant finds any food, it leaves a particular trace of scent for the others to follow. So, this is for the next coming ant army and for also not losing the path. Although I had already wiped the orange juice on the floor, the ants were following the trace of scent and kept arriving. After reading this information, I thought that, okay, I can wipe all the floor with Clorox. Yes, good idea, Clorox. After 1 day, the ant population seemed to be decreased. But no, once they discovered my kitchen, they didn't give up. Second, I told you about the trailblazer ants. Actually, they are workers who were trying to find any food source around. And all the hard works, like carrying the food to the nest, cleaning that nest, are their job, their duty. And like human race, these kinds of hard workings are done by females. Yes, workers are females. In fact, when I see 2 or 3 of them on my countertop in my kitchen, I was getting very, very angry that I was thinking of some theories like following an ant through its nest, find that nest, and then blowing them up with dynamite. But since the ones in my kitchen are not only responsible for to feed the queen ant, and the baby ants. But also, they were female like me. I pitied them. Third, I was fascinated to learn about their close relationships. When I see them touching their feelers to each other, I understood that it is very hard to get rid of them, because they are very much connected to each other. When an ant sees another on its way, it gives the food in her crop to the other. And also, when a worker sees another worker ant on its way again, when trying to carry something, it helps immediately. We could learn a lot of things from ants. To share unselfishly, to protect each other, and to do our duties without a complaint, and try to do it perfectly. Now that I observed and admired their perfect social system and close relationships, I will live with them peacefully as long as they stop walking around my kitchen.